Hood Talk News, we on fire.
Yo, what's good? Man, we back at it, y'all. We got Jim Jones in the hood today. You know what I'm saying? And he going in, man. He's talking about everything from Dame Dash to Cam and Mase. I mean, he's talking about F50 Cent. Man, he going in. With no further ado, man, we going to get into this video, y'all.
So you seen this shit before it happens, what you tell, like everything.
Mm-hmm. It started with Mase. He didn't do the right thing.
That's the one question I wanted to ask you. I'm a little bit too young to understand. Like I just was able to be like able to be like a teen.
I watched Mase shit on Cam and everybody around him.
Wow.
A bitch like all the time. You heard? Like I was there.
Hey, Diddy did him wrong and he did his crew wrong. Take that.
The whole time, but
Shit
I was
on him.
Cam's man. You heard? Cam and Mase were so-called best friends, grew up together, and R.I.P. Huddy. Like I was there for everything. That's one thing that people can't never say.
Yeah, you was.
That I wasn't.
You was, because we seen you at the fight with Cam when Cam ran off on you when they jumped on you. That was way back before the deal.
Wasn't there for every single thing.
At the
What
basketball
was your
game.
problem with Mase? Like how did that all happen? Because that was Cam, man, like you said.
Cam enemies were my enemies.
Okay.
Anybody Cam didn't like, I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling Cam, so I definitely didn't like him. You dig? And then I seen how much love Cam had for him and how Cam was jumping out the window for him, which a friend should and shit like that. Like, being overprotective, making sure nothing happened. Like, he was trying his best to make sure that Mase stayed as safe as possible, but Mase had got that money and lost his motherfucking mind. As he's
Hey, Mase got that money and went wild, boy.
supposed to, man. You grew up in a kid that doesn't have what most of us
He learned from the best, from Diddy.
had. He was probably more or less fortunate than most of us. Didn't have the sneakers, didn't have all that shit coming up. So him having the first bit of success out of all of us and really get into a bag, he just went crazy like most people do and shit like that. Shit, I had my times where I went crazy with that bag. It just be too much.
Yeah.
You dig? But the people I loved, I still love them today. You know what I mean? The people that I
That's real.
consider to be the ones that's gonna help me in this journey, I still love them today, and we still have great relationships and shit like that. It ain't got nothing to do with Cam and them and shit like that. We all have our own group of people that help us along with this journey and shit like that.
So now that you see Cam and Mase together having their own show, how did that shit make you feel when you seen them come together after everything that you did?
I seen crazier shit happen. I know brothers that shot brothers and shit like that. So for friends to get back after a world of whatever they went through, it's not surprising to me and shit like that. But I see they don't talk about the days of being shit on, you heard? They don't talk about
I don't think they gonna talk about that, Jim. You know what I'm saying? They done moved past it, just like you say. They ain't on that no more. So they done moved past it.
the things that separated them and shit like that. So, it's funny. But kudos to them, man. They got a dope show. Who am I to hate on what they got going on, man? I hope they make $1 trillion.
What's the craziest shit you seen Mase do to Cam that was just like, yo, I can't believe these niggas could even get back cool after some
Hey, buddy,
shit.
ask him a
I won't
question.
say nothing crazy, but I say some funny shit that I seen happen. I seen Mase fire his brother, kick him out the limo in the middle of the highway and shit like that. You heard? His old
Oh,
brother. That
my
nigga's
God.
vicious. But
Man, what money do to people?
he coming back off the road for, I think, a bunch of tours and shit like that. Get off the plane. And Mase got the brand new Mercedes drop burgundy, pull up to the airport. Skirt, the car dealer bringing that shit outside the airport. 2-door joint, brand new stickers on that bitch. That nigga going crazy, right? Joking and shit like that with Cam and shit. That nigga jumped in the shit by himself with skirt off.
Hey, I don't know why people get like that when they get money, man. Especially the one that really didn't have much, man. I'm talking about they treat their people so wrong, man. I know so many celebrities that came up that I knew, you know what I'm saying, when they didn't have nothing. And just, man, they do not keep it real, boy. They acting like it ain't never had. Y'all heard you.
I said, yeah, this
Get
nigga,
the fuck outta
this
here.
nigga is a different type of animal. This nigga don't care about nothing. Word up. Nah, then he had to say, he had us in a row with him because this was Cam started doing the hype man for him, and then we started doing some tour. I would be hyping Cam, so now I come out. So now he got us hyping both of them. Nigga had us doing dance moves, like coordinated dance moves on the speaker and shit like that. I never forget this shit, like matching outfits, coordinated.
You know what I'm saying? That's your journey, man. Sometimes like they talk about Pop was dancing background and G screens and thongs or whatever. Man, when we young, we do some crazy stuff to make it, man. We do some crazy things, man.
Dance moves, like what show?
Dance moves.
Or Cam bust out that shit like, we ain't doing this shit no more. Fuck all these niggas, man. Fuck everybody, man. Kill one of these niggas. That was the last time we seen them until.
Hey, but hey, do y'all agree, man? That's the funnest part of life when you young and don't know no better. You on that journey, man. Because when you look back at this stuff now, you can just laugh about it like, man, I can't believe I did that. But it was fun in the time, and like, because you ain't know where you was going. You ain't know what you was doing, man. Oh, man, those were the days, man.
It is what it is, you heard?
Keeping it Cam right now. He just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page. Right. So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show.
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them niggas in their life. You heard?
Hey, but check this out, y'all. 50 and Jim going at it right now, man. They going on social media on I think Instagram or somewhere. 50 post this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess he called it Jim a rat or whatever because of the stuff that happened with 6ix9ine. Jim was, they had everybody on recorded, that phones tapped, and Jim was saying in a tap conversation that they need to off 6ix9ine and they said everybody got locked up but Jim. But there's one thing I want to say about that, man. They didn't come to get Jim because the authorities pretty much know who the cappers are. You get what I'm saying? Just how we look at these dudes and say, oh man, he capping. The authorities do the same thing. Now, Gene Deal did say one thing that made a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? He said that I could talk about all this stuff, but if it ain't no evidence behind it, nobody going to jail. It don't mean nothing. You get what I'm saying? So when Jim Jones say all this stuff, the authorities looking at him like, man, he just a capper rapper. He's not the one that's doing it. Now the guy that's rolling with him, he's the real one. Yeah, that's the one we want. We ain't thinking about him. So that's probably why Jim Jones ain't go down. He just said that, everybody, the authorities know who's doing what. And they know he's just the capper rapper. You know what I'm saying? He talk about these guys' life in his rap. He's not really doing this stuff. So, hey, that's why I feel they didn't go get Jim Jones, because they know. The authorities sitting back saying, hey, oh, man, he capping. He ain't doing that. He making his rap fans believe that he ain't the one. He ain't the one.
Pause, though. Get off my... Yeah. There's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. Tugging on my shit like that.
Yo, you never clear shit up, and we never hear your side of the story. Cam was like, I thought we could pull it together. Next thing I know, I see Jim performing with 50.
That nigga ain't think nothing. He could pull nothing together. He couldn't do nothing with me. He couldn't tell me nothing, nigga. Like, let's not get this shit twisted. Like, nobody could tell me nothing, nigga. I was my own boss. I did what I did as a fucking soldier because I was a soldier, nigga.
And I feel Jim played his position to get in position. You know what I'm saying? I feel him on that. You know what I'm saying? Because look where he at now. He played his position to get in position, man. Sometimes you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to play your position to get in position. To a point where you ain't, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting yourself. Now, you don't play no position that's going to disrespect you, you know what I'm saying? But, as kids jumping on stage, dancing for a dude, we did that anyway in all black households. We dance and have fun. So we come out the door, we get around the fellas, yeah, we going to act a little cool. But we was doing that anyway, dancing and have that. We all came up in our households like that. Dancing to the music. Yeah, how cool you was.
Soldiers, niggas didn't tell me nothing. You heard? I did what I wanted to do. I seen the shit wasn't going right, so I started doing what Jim Jones needed to do for Jim Jones. Because the nigga that was supposed to be the Don wasn't taking care of the capo. Started feeling like the Gotti
I feel him
movie,
on that.
you heard?
But what was the point where you realized I'm gonna have to do what the fuck I gotta do?
When he wasn't getting paid, my man. When you don't see that money in your pocket, man, hey, listen, it's time to go. You got a family at home, you know what I'm saying? Everybody hungry and starving, and you coming back off tour to the project talking about how much of a good time you had. Your people don't want to hear that. They sitting back looking like, man, you doing all, what is all worth? And you telling them about Mase and Cam buying this and buying that. You get tired of that, man. You on, hey, boy.
This shit.
I mean,
definitely.
That's where it all ends up messed up at right there. When the dude go look at their pockets and don't see nothing but lint. You like, man, I'm working for free. I can't keep doing this, man. I got a family to feed just like them. They telling me about everything. They about like how you say Mase pulled up to the airport, jumped out the car, did the dance with Cam. Yeah, I got a new car, and boom, zoomed off. Left Cam sitting right there. And that probably was the moment when Cam say, man, I got to do something. I can't keep riding this dude coattail just like Jim. That's how it go. If you take care of your people, they'll stay around forever. Long as you know what I'm saying? If you getting money, like Suge say, he got a Benz, Pac got a Benz. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to make things look good. A dude gone when they ain't eating, man. For real.
That's nothing in my memory. Like, yo, that was the last show, but it was just the sequence of the way things was going. And then it came to a point where I had to worry about who Jim Jones was moving forward. Then I was worried about anybody else.
Come on now.
Everybody else was worried about me. I got to a point where I became famous too. There was a point where all the famous people know me. Then after that, it was like, shit, I'm just...
You can't son me and and I done jumped up on your level. Cam was still trying to son him.
famous as all
Man,
famous people.
He woke up and realized.
You heard? Somebody got to do that for me right now because I'm super lit. You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of the shit, and you know, and everybody knew that. But niggas wasn't doing the same thing in return.
What's something that stands out to you though?
But I will say, man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I think they paved the way for each other. Cause Cam the one who had the fame before Jim. You know what I'm saying? Due to being friends with Mase or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I remember that horse and carriage and everything. So, you know, y'all helped each other. You rolled his coattail until you got, you know, known as enough as this Cam man's right here. You know what I'm saying? This Cam homeboy right here. You know what I'm saying? When you got to that level, then people started looking and respecting you because of Cam. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got through the door. And like you say, you played your position, had his back. When he went and do stuff, you know, you had his back. So y'all really helped each other, man, for real.
When you realize niggas really
both of y'all played the position.
You say you've been seeing it, but there's a moment, bro. Like you know,
when
what I'm
you
saying,
start to feel like
somebody,
when you start to feel like somebody want to see you do good, but not as good as them, you're like, oh yeah, I know what this.
Right, because if it wasn't no Cam, it wouldn't probably be no Jim Jones. I can't say that though, y'all. You know, I don't know this man. You know, Destiny, what he would have been without Cam, I don't know. But it helped him get there in this lifetime. We looking at it. We looking at the results. You know what I'm saying?
This move is about. You heard? Everybody don't got the mind of a real leader.
Who reached out to who when you went out to perform? Cause
I had Ballin'. I had the hottest record at the time. My record was hotter than 50's records at the time when Ballin' spanked out and shit like that.
That Ballin'
when
was
Cam
off the
did
chain.
the shit with calling the station up over the cot shit and all that shit, I felt that was childish. That wasn't, like, you don't press no real buttons and you're not about to come outside when it's time to really get active, nigga. So how dare you do some weak shit like that really didn't hold no merit? Like, you start going crazy over Koch, over a white man that been jerking us since we got signed there, and whatever backdoor deals you had with him serves you more advantageous than it served me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so when that shit went on, I was like, that was kind of weak. That was corny, because at that time, there was no real beef. It was just the most powerful groups of individuals that's running New York at the same time. So in my mind, I was like, it's more advantageous for us to try to figure out how to start to move and do tours and really go crazy and figure out, because that.
You don't know why Cam started. Maybe it was something to do with Koch. The same, you know what I'm saying, white dudes you say been taking out y'all pocket. He probably boosted Cam. What is Ghazi? You know what I'm saying? Was it the Ghazi on? No, that's Empire. But whoever it is that owned Koch, I forgot the guy name that owned Koch. You know what I'm saying? But put the battery in his back. You know what I'm saying? Go at them. That's what they do. They always make us be in competition. That's how it goes with them. That's how they sell things. We got to be if you watch the network Zeus, right? Look at them girls. They on Zeus fighting like a mug. We have to be in competition, you know what I'm saying, with each other for them. You know what I'm saying? They feel to make money off us. You know? We got to be in competition with each other. That's, you know.
We were sizzling.
Which is crazy.
But this nigga was on Mars, nigga. These niggas wasn't doing regular shit. These niggas was doing fucking arenas every night. We doing clubs every night. We got the city.
And even though Zeus black on, y'all, I know, trust me, this is a white man behind it somewhere in the corner.
City and the urban communities on fire and shit like that. In my mind, I see an opportunity for us to really start. You heard? Like, we had all the power and shit like that. My mind ran different and shit like that. So when he did that, I'm like, damn, I fucked all that up. You heard? And then it was like, now you want to start a beef with these niggas over what though?
So you never understood why he started beef with them?
Nah, I didn't understand that. I heard what the nigga said, oh, Koch was a graveyard and all this type of shit. I didn't give a fuck about none of that type of shit. You heard? Like, and it really hit me. I was on fire at that time. I don't care about what you say and shit like that. We on an independent label getting stupid though. Like, we did shit that nobody did in the game. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, that shit was whack. I don't like how this shit is going. I got to start really doing shit that's going to benefit me because niggas will seem like you won't want to see nobody else win.
Right.
That's how it go.
I got to win in spirit. So, you heard? I didn't put all this work in for nothing. You dig? I didn't teach.
A lot of time when you play them positions though, man, it be hard for the person you playing the position for to let you go. It's just like being a good worker on a job. I don't think they really don't want to see you come up. I think they hate to see you go. Just like when you working a job. Oh, man, I know you're getting a better position, but I hate to see you go. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what a lot of you guys get caught up in. So, you know, dealing with young black males, I think it turned to envy and hate. We don't know how to deal with that. Like, yo, you saying you finna go walk away from me? Woo, woo, woo. After playing this position for so long, I don't think Cam agreed with it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's all that was.
Myself how to rap for nothing. I didn't jump all on this game to be famous for nothing. I need to capitalize and be just as famous as the most famous, most successful, rich person in this game also. I'm now in the game.
I still got to know, like, how did that work, you performing? Like,
they called me like, yo, you want to come out and perform at the show? Shit, yeah, I got the hottest record, I'm popping out. And I wish nigga would look at me sideways, think they gonna do anything funny. I'm with all of that. We'll boom this shit up. It'll be nasty in New York. That's how I was living back then. That's what
I think Jim will get it down. I think Jim will fight a fight. You know what I'm saying?
What I was on. I wasn't on nobody's friendship.
But was he the big drug kingpin boss of New York? You know what I'm saying? I don't think the FBI, the feds, or whoever that was investigating 6ix9ine them agree with that. You know what I'm saying?
I was in there like a pirate. What's up? What's up? That's how I was.
We gotta stop thinking every dude that don't go to jail when, you know, the real, what y'all call in the street the real ones, because they really out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? The ones y'all call the real one, just because the ones that you think is the real one don't go to jail, that shit tell you something. He's not really one of the real ones. The FBI, the feds, and all that know. It ain't all the time that they tell it. It's just that the FBI and the Fed and all them, they know who's the cappers. Man, this dude is a capper. All he doing is talking. He ain't finna hurt a soul. And they know this, man, just like how we be knowing. Like when a rapper come to us and we know them from the streets, and then we see that all this stuff they talking like, yeah, this and that. You be looking like, man, I know Lamont. You know what I'm saying? You gonna call by a real name. I know Lamont, man. The man Lamont don't do it, man. Come on, man. But he done made off that, so you gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? That's all there, man. You know, we know who the cappers is, man. Just like they know who the cappers is.
Dig, like, hope everybody be calm, because y'all know this shit gonna go way left real quick. You dig? I'm here for what.
You can't really call a man a snitch until they take the stand. When he take the stand, then he's a snitch. If you want to, you know what I'm saying?
What I need out this shit.
Right.
It's that crowd to hear me do balling and let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so it wasn't no deep thought. Like, this is like, nigga, it's an opportunity. I got to go.
Yeah, I was going there to do nothing G-man at all. Them niggas couldn't even dress. But he had a platform for me to perform on in front of thousands of people in New York. Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm popping out.
So when y'all performed at the Apollo with Drake.
And shout out to 50, man. Man, all these brothers do their thing, man. I respect all of them.
Is this something still where y'all gonna like come together and get some money when the situation?
I can always get on stage with anybody. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm tough. Care about none of that shit, bro. If it's for the bag, I'm gonna go. You gotta ask them up.
Tell you, boy. Can't run a nigga from the bag, boy.
How did that feel when Drake brung y'all out? Like, what was your thoughts on that?
That was super dope. You heard? That was dope for all of us. That was dope for the set. That was dope for the city. That was dope for Harlem. That was big, man. I mean, whatever's going on, Drake's still the biggest artist that we known to this day, period.
For real.
Yeah.
Beats everybody we could think about down there.
For real.
Jackson, statistically and shit like that, so.
Yeah, you know, I gotta ask you, though. What's your thoughts on the whole Drake-Kendrick situation?
I'm Drake my man, you dig? Like, I ain't got no beef with Kendrick and shit like that, you dig? But Drake my nigga, you dig?
Are you able
Now, if y'all want to ask me about the Drake and Kendrick situation, I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I like Kendrick. I listen to certain Kendrick songs, but I think I probably like a little more Drake than I do Kendrick. Not saying who's the better rapper, because I know a lot of y'all go after, you know what I'm saying, lyrical stuff. You know what I'm saying? I go after lyrics, but I like a good song too. I think I like a good song better than I like somebody that's over, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, over the top with lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I want you to have your make sense with what you're saying, but still, I want a good song, man. I think I go for a good song better than I go for somebody that just rapping a lot, trying to prove they the best, you know, rapper. I don't, you know, I go for, you know, the better songs, and I think Drake, to me, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of Kendrick fans gonna be mad, but I think to me, Drake make better songs. Now, if you want to go with lyrics, Kendrick, you know, he flipped some lyrics too. Drake flipped lyrics too, though. So I think, like, on the lyricist side, if I want to sit and just listen to somebody, you know what I'm saying, rap, I go with Kendrick. But if I want to listen to a good song that I could vibe to and ride to, what most of y'all do most of the time, you know what I'm saying, guarantee you going to listen to a Drake song. You gonna ride to you going looking for something that you can ride to, most of y'all. You ain't looking for nobody that just rapping all the time. You gonna listen to him when you listen to him, but not all the time. When you in the club and the DJ play all that stuff all night, you'll be ready to leave early. Trust me. If he play your favorite rapper all night, you'll be ready to leave early. If you just going by lyrics. Straight up.
But still, even though that's your nigga, you able to like judge like, you know, who won the battle, not life and shit like that, but who you think won that?
My niggas all the time, you heard? I don't even get into that shit, you dig? Shout out to Kendrick and them and shit like that, you dig? And not to say it like that, like I'm not OVO, none of that type of shit. Like, don't be calling me every day and shit like that, you dig? Like, I just fuck with Drake. I like his soul. Like, that's a person that I had real conversations with, as opposed to.
I'm with Jim. I don't get into all the battle stuff. Who won the battle, who won that. I like good music, good songs. I like good songs, man. I grew up on good songs. I don't care who can rap better and all that stuff there. I like better songs. I like the people that make the good songs.
I don't have no relationship with Kendrick and shit like that, you dig? And Kendrick is from the West Coast, you dig? And it's just love. I know we got people that we both know and, you know what I mean, shit, but I really have a relationship with Babe, bro, so, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's keep it real, y'all. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to people making a good song, them good songs touch your soul, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna ride around listen to a dude rapping all day, man. I love rappers that rap. I love rappers that rap. But I'm not gonna get in my car and pop in a rapper that rap. I'm looking for a song, a good song, man, to listen to.
I don't get
Straight
into
up.
All that. It is what it is. It's hip hop. Niggas been battling for years and shit like that. You dig?
Nah,
them niggas is both filthy rich. Ain't nothing gonna. I don't think.
Both of them rich. So it don't even matter.
Yeah. But then when it comes
salute to both of them.
I mean,
I
mean,
man, listen. I heard this man is not suing. You know what I'm saying? None of these, no Kendrick. He's not suing Kendrick. So why See, that's how people just run with anything. Quick to try to, see, one thing y'all gotta know, most of these vloggers, they make vlogs on clickbait. You know what I'm saying? What they feel you gonna wanna hear, opposed to what you need to hear, right? So they'll tell you, yeah, he's suing Kendrick because it's about Kendrick. But the reality of it is, y'all, he's not suing Kendrick. He's suing all the big companies around Kendrick, like he should. We should be supporting that. These are the companies. Kendrick get paid and he's rich, but I guarantee you, there's a lot of money that's held back from Kendrick too, from these same companies that Drake is suing. So let them get paid. Hey man, I salute them. We should be saluting that. Yeah, go and get some of that money from them. They ain't paying half of their artists anyway. Straight up.
I don't think that's something that I would do.
Yeah.
To her. But
if you never been an artist, you will never know what artists go through. These people take so much from us. Get it all, Drake. Get it all. Kendrick should be saluting you.
Then again, I'm not at that level. I don't know if I ever be at that level. So
hey, listen, check this out, y'all. This would shock all y'all. If Kendrick do this, bring Drake out on his Super Bowl performance. Man, that'll shut down hip hop. They will be, man, this will go down in history. This will go down in history. If Kendrick bring out Drake for the Super Bowl, man, that'd be a good look, man. That'd be a good look for hip hop, because that's how you gonna end the beef off. Nobody got killed. If Kendrick won the battle, I'm not gonna take that away from him, because we talking about battling. With his song, They Not Like Us, I think he won the battle because it was a battle, right? End it off with that. Nobody got hurt. You come out with you on the Super Bowl, and boom, there you go. You know what I'm saying? End off like that. Let it stop right there. But no fool don't go out there trying like, oh, I'm doing it for Drake, or I'm doing it for Kendrick. End it off, man. Come on, we ain't never see a beef end off like that. Let's do it.
Understand the reasons of why he did that. You dig? Like, there's a lot of things that go on with somebody doing a power move like that. Like, anytime a person like that does some shit that he knows gonna be, it's like, it ain't just small fries and shit like that. Yeah. But when you're dealing with social media, people make everything seem smaller than what it is and shit like that, and quick to say whatever and shit like that. I mean, whatever it is, man, that's not my field and shit like that. You dig? If it works in his favor, I hope it do and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I don't think that him doing that with business is no reflection of the streets. Okay. And he doesn't feel to me like he is a street person like that. But I think that's two different things. That's straight business and shit like that. He's dealing with Spotify, some shit like that.
Yeah, Spotify, UMG, some whole other.
Like, man, sue the socks off him, Drake. Spotify, I think Spotify giving artists a half a penny a stream, man. What is a half a penny? Man, come on, man. Sue the socks off them. Get them all. Apple Music, every last one of them.
I didn't hear him say he was suing Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't hear him say he was suing somebody personally and shit like that. Nigga, if I seen people sue AT&T and Pepsi and get a bag for it. Right. You heard like people win lawsuits all the time against companies and nobody hold that against them. Niggas like, oh, they got that lawsuit money. That nigga
got that lawsuit
money. I never heard
money.
a nigga be like, oh, this nigga, oh, he suing a nigga. Oh, you suing niggas now for that money?
I'm telling you.
I never heard.
Man, you so what? Oh man, when you ever heard somebody say that? Oh man, he a rat, man. Oh, he sued State Farm, or he sued the insurance company, man. He's a rat, man. Come on, man.
Heard that. So when we think about it, it's like, yo, is it any different than him suing Walmart?
Yeah,
a
you know what I mean?
Geico.
And not to put, I really don't care either or and shit like that. But thinking about what it is, like, come on, man. Niggas sue for people for dollars all the time.
Come on,
I ain't
man.
gonna lie though. I want Drake and Kendrick to get.
We the only people talking about it, man. Let Drake have that money, man. Kendrick sitting back with his feet up. Oh well, he get the money that they wouldn't give me.
Get back cool. Hopefully that's in the works, because
Kendrick bring him out, man.
I ain't see nobody die or fall out or anything like that. They two power brokers in the game. I think it'd be more advantageous down the line for them getting back together and doing something.
See what's gonna happen, Kendrick, right? You bring Drake out of the Super Bowl, he gonna praise you. He gonna even probably admit you won the beef. And the way you ended it off, that was some real G stuff, man. That was real G, the way you ended off. That's why I say bring him out. Bring him out, man. forget the fans gonna love whatever you do. They gonna talk. If you say yay or nay, they gonna go with whatever. Bring them out. I'm telling you now.
For hip hop, that'll probably be one of the biggest anything. Even if it's a handshake, it'd be the biggest handshake that we've seen in the past 20 years. You know what I mean? Like,
what's the chances of you, Cam, and Mase getting back?
I don't think it's really gonna happen. We're two different type of people and shit like that. We always have. Always have. Competitive nature always been first before friendship. Remember, Cam, my man. It's not
ego.
So it's not you.
I took the position of my position. Cam is my partner. I'm not his artist. I was the CEO of Diplomats. I made Diplomats with him. I was with him for every bit of his journey. I held him down. I took that position of holding him down.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not his soldier. You heard? I'm his partner. But in the journey that we had to take, I had to do what was needed. Nigga.
Hey, you guys say no Diddy on that, Jim. We did his partner stuff. I'm his partner. Come on now, Jim. We don't use that type of word with a man no more. Since Diddy messed it all up, Jim.
That's why I
no Diddy for
my
Jim.
Position. That's why I'm able to be here and have a conversation with you, because I did what I was supposed to do. If I didn't, I don't think I'd be able to have this much success or this good grace. We just on two separate sides of the fence.
Y'all grew apart. They grew apart. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's what most people, most people grow apart, man. There ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying, where you should, be mad at each other about. Everybody just on different journeys, man. For real.
And I do what I do. I'm very different from them, my brother. You heard? Like, very different. For real. You did?
Yeah.
Like, way different than them and shit like that. And I ain't here to put nobody business out there, none of that type of shit. I'm not that type of nigga.
And that's what I try to tell a lot of these artists. See, Jim a prime example, man. Once you let go, you can move forward. A lot of artists sit there and they want to fault the artist. They want to fault the person that gave them a chance. Cam still gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they helped each other. So now, Jim went out there and made his own. He ain't sitting back bitter. But this is a prime example, y'all. This is what I want to show y'all, right? This is a prime example of when the artists go out, like Pac said, Shock G gave him a little bit and he doubled it up and he doubled it up. When you go out and you double up what somebody give you, then sitting back depending on that person all the time, waiting on them to give you something, the results are Jim Jones. He's sitting back with a blunt in his hand, calm, talking about it. No, we just grew, basically we just grew apart. We two different people now. We can't hang out, but it ain't no beef. But imagine Jim Jones being broke, not going out there trying to find his own way, waiting on Cam or Mase or anybody to help him out and not creating his own. Guess what would happen? It'd be a mad Jim Jones sitting here like all the other artists we see that felt they didn't get they just do. Y'all pay attention, artists. Pay attention now.
I ain't here to talk down on them niggas. I don't care. Them niggas know what I do. You heard? And they know what I've done. And they could dance around it all they want and shit like that, joking, but they know, nigga, if I get upset, it's gonna be a real problem. And I can tell you about times that I did get upset, and I can tell you about times that they don't want me to talk about. You heard? The both of them. You dig? Like, this shit ain't no game. They can't play with me too much. I give them the floor to do that because that serves me no purpose. I got too much shit to worry about, too much shit to do. I'm trying to get to a real bag, a real different type of bag, and I'm trying to help out more than I took. You heard? See, that's where I'm at right now in life. I'm trying to give more than I took, because I got to take a lot in life. You heard? And where I'm going, me giving is going to help me get.
Yeah. What's your thoughts about Dame right now, where he's at? I know we get to see a lot of the shit online. It look crazy, but you know him personally, so.
Yeah, I know Dame personally. I don't with him anymore, but
Dame running around crazy.
He's been a small dude, man. Maybe too small for his own good and shit like that. He definitely caught a bunch of bad breaks in the game, and just to watch how it was unfolding, it feels kind of whack and shit like that to know that he was such a major part in what we.
Yeah, I think a lot with Dame, right? Dame mouth, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing that'll get you out of a lot of position. I'm talking to you young people again, you know what I'm saying? Your mouth. Right? Sometimes you got to play your position in a silent way. Don't do too much. Don't overstep your boundaries until you get where you trying to get to. Because Dame mouth really scared a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude was smart. But if he would have just laid low, been quiet, more quiet about it, and slept on in there, you know, like Jay-Z did, you know what I'm saying? I think he would have got a lot farther in the game, man. But by him being, you know, got a big mouth, talk so much, you know what I'm saying? Same thing like Pop say. He say they ask Pop the same, you know, question like, what's something about you that's, you know, he say, I got a big mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like his mouth, you know what I'm saying? It's too much, you know what I'm saying? He gonna run his mouth. And sometimes that'll get you kicked out of positions, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's with Dame. Dame was, he was smart, but he was letting you know what he gonna do before he do it. And I think that's where it messed him up, man.
We know as the
He was telling Def Jam what he trying to do. Oh, y'all heard him on one of those movies they put out, one of the documentaries. Y'all heard that. So Dame was doing too much talking. He should have just been working behind the scene, doing what he gonna do, using these people to get in power, and then open your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Now I got my money right. Now I want war. You know what I'm saying?
Pop culture, like he really helped shape it and helped shape one of the people that
definitely
known to be the number
most
one
definitely
person in
did.
the game
Yeah,
for a long time and shit like that. I mean, I can't tell you the ins and outs and shit like that. I have been around when I heard stories from everybody's mouth, from Biggs to Dame to, like I heard, but it's not for me to talk about and shit like that. That's their business and shit like that. You know what I mean? But just to see him being so many of the things that he was doing, a lot of that feels like when I was doing so many crazy things for the sake of what we believed in as the Diplomats and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like there was somebody that had to be the bad guy to get the point across, and then there was somebody who had to make him look good. And a lot of times I was the bad guy so that Cam could always look like the good guy and shit like that, and he was the face card and shit like that.
Yeah, you took that bad guy whooping in that gym, boy, while Cam ran off as the good guy.
I believe that was like whole shit too and shit like that. So moving forward and right now to see where he's at, it's like, you know, shit's crazy. You dig? Like,
why you don't fuck with Dame no more though?
We went through some business shit where he didn't hold up his end of the bargain and shit like that, and I'm real keen on doing business with people that I love and do some bullshit.
What happened? You want to care to elaborate on that?
It ain't even nothing to put. No, I mean, like he just did some shit that I just don't agree with business wise. And when it come to money, I don't play with that. You dig? I need mine.
Dame Dash.
Now look, JT said the same thing about Dame. He came on Hood Talk News and he talked to me, and he said some stuff about Dame. The same thing Jim talking about. Well, let's check him out.
Ran off with my digital codes. Snoop had working with him. I'm not gonna bash Snoop. I'm not gonna bash him. Yeah, Dame Dash was a good look to work with, but the niggas are fucking cut though. He ran off and didn't pay me, and then Snoop registered traffic and then didn't have my name on it. So that showed that two niggas had it out to get me, and they both didn't play with millions of dollars already. And I was the newest baby out of the new up and coming millionaires. Out of them three niggas, us three, that nigga tried to, you know.
I need my shit.
Now y'all heard JT, boy. Dame, you out here doing bad business? Boy, not Jim talking.
She could go left, you dig? So, you know what I mean? I chose this.
This why Dame karma so bad. That's why all this stuff coming back on Dame, because how he did a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And the one person that he was true to, you know what I'm saying, did him in. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. Like sometimes you put a lot of attention into, you know what I'm saying, one of your kids, right? Instead of giving all of them the same attention, and you put the most attention into one of them, and that be the one that give you, you know what I'm saying, they backside the kiss. You know what I'm saying, when they do come up. Crazy, man. That's what it seemed like with Dame and Jay.
That's a small price to pay to not have to go through none of that bullshit no more. You know what I mean?
All the artists now is like, you know, big on going independent.
Mm-hmm.
You've been able to do label shit. You've been able to go independent route. Mm-hmm. I would love for you to like walk us through each situation. You know what I'm saying, and how that works.
It worked for me independently because we already had some hot. Diplomats was already a household name, so when I was asking Damon for $1 million, they thought I was crazy. And I was asking for $1 million, I knew how to direct, engineer.
I know they wish they would have gave it to him when that balling dropped.
Did everything, and I knew what I was worth, but they wasn't trying to hear me. But thinking about it, when I had just came back from Houston and shit like that, I had lived out there for a couple years. I had a club Dipset out there back in the days.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Hold on, though. When everything you've done, accomplished everything that you did, when he says no to $1 million, what goes through your brain?
Oh, I mean, it wasn't really nothing like that.
You hustle
my brain
hard.
was like, oh, word. All right, I was letting you off easy. Now I'm gonna show you why you should have gave me the $1 million. That's my attitude. Like,
Right.
I don't let shit discourage me. It encourages me when people tell me no or try to block me from doing something I know I could do and shit like that. And I was telling Cam, like, shit. And Diplomats is the name. People are gonna go to the store to buy the record. They don't give a who printed up. You know? So we can go anywhere as long as there's a Diplomat bird on it. They're gonna buy it.
They had done already
We
built the
independent,
name.
and that's when Koch was on the independent label at the time. But at that time, I didn't understand what their independent label mean. I wish I did. They were an independent label, meaning that they had the power of distributing of an artist, but they were giving out real artist deals on the flip side to the artist that was coming to an independent label. We thought we was doing something like that when we really wasn't. You know? we really was lying to the people this whole time and shit like that. We was getting a lot of money off of it, but it wasn't
Show
from
money,
the standpoint like where I'm at now, where I get 85-15 split, and I've been doing that
You got the business right.
for years and shit like that. But as far as putting in the work, it felt independent because we were our own entity and we did our own marketing and all that type of shit. And then we abused the budgets in that way and shit like that. We made millions off Koch and shit like that. You know what I mean? But
Y'all don't get it twisted. Now, Jim Jones is a smart dude, man. This dude is smart.
it didn't serve me no purpose. As now, like, I don't own my masters from the records that I put on Koch. So like, that's my next feat is to fight to get my masters back. And that goes back to having the right leaders and shit like that, because there was a lot of things that I was supposed to know about so that I can reap the benefits of what I need now, that a person that had more knowledge than me or was acting like he had more knowledge than me, my man never put me on to a lot of different things in this game that I had access to that's rightfully mine and shit like that. So now going back, it's like, yo, nothing that we did was really it. You heard? Like, anything that I did with Diplomats was out the love of my heart. He said I was a CEO. I never had no paperwork. My name wasn't on nothing that I owned. And his name was on everything. I never got no publishing checks for shit that I wrote down on everybody's album. I never got no.
But you lucky you one of the ones that still ended up rich, man, because you didn't sit around and wait on that. Well, I tell these artists, stop sitting around waiting. You in position, don't wait. If you next to the man, that's the man, don't wait. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be happy to be around, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's famous. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 say, you getting money, I can't get none with it, and you know the rest. You know what I'm saying? So we got to, pay attention now when you in the moment. If you out there and you an artist, you in the moment, you better pay attention now. You better get what you can get out that situation, man, before that situation be over with, man. Straight up.
Writing credits, none of this type of shit.
You be crying like them old Cash Money artists and, you know what I'm saying, the old, artists from these record labels that's went on, created new artists and still, you know what I'm saying, making music, putting out music and stuff with new artists. Then you got the old artists that didn't do what Jim Jones did and they around here crying. That's crying at 50, 40 and 50. You know what I'm saying?
That niggas get now and deserve to get and shit like that people was getting back then was none of the things that a nigga that's supposed to be my brother put me on to.
Right.
You heard? Try to blind you with little money and checks and shit like that. But that don't make you part of the business and shit like that. My
Trying
niggas
to tell
never
you.
nothing that had to do with nothing to do with Diplomats. You heard? I was an owner by right because I was a part and I started that shit. I named the name Diplomats and shit like that, you dig? But rightfully, business-wise, niggas don't do business right. So when I be looking and hearing shit like that, I laugh because I know how tough I am, bro. Like, don't do
Got
that,
to
bro.
be tough.
I start exposing you and they may turn you into a bad guy out here. Don't do that, bro.
Man, you got to have tough skin in this business, man. I promise you do.
Bro, you dig? Like, so doing all these joking and shit like that, I start get dead serious. But yeah, shit like that, you dig? Like,
So y'all hanging out together, y'all brothers, but there's two different double live shit going on. It's
I mean, I don't know if it's
like you
double
don't know what's going on the business side. Like, this is some shit we never gonna talk about, but we gonna kick it every day. That shit is crazy to me.
now you flip side, any artist that I ever had, I always put them in the best position they could be. Even with the dude that was locked up and shit like that, yeah. In the beginning, I took advantage of only thing I knew.
I think you talking about Match B, y'all.
Because that's what I learned from the leader that I had.
Who was locked up?
I don't say, you know who's locked up, but we ain't gonna say that.
He say was. Max B didn't get out, did he? He saying what? I don't know if he just saying was to try to, cover it up. But I think Max B still locked up. Or he saying was as in he used to mess with. I don't know. But I think he talking about Max B.
We did one of the artists I had and shit like that. In the beginning it was like that because I was taught from, you only know what you taught, you dig? So naturally moving forward in this game is to be sold, not told. I was blinding people with the money, but I paid people more than they was worth and shit like that, you dig? But on the flip side, I took advantage of the business. That was in the very beginning. And after that experience, I never ever took advantage of nobody else in my life when it came to doing business with music. Even with that, I relinquished the ownership of his publishing, you heard? Wow. Because I could have still owned his publishing right now if I wanted to and shit like that. But in my heart, I knew that's not the right, that's weak, that's weak nigga shit, you heard? Like, that's not how you, I mean, and moving forward, like, and I've never, he asked peso and shit like that. Like, I'm very delicate when I deal with artists or get in business with artists and shit like that because I know how crazy it is with the game. I never want to feel like these artists think that I'm trying to take advantage of them because I'm not. That's not what we're here for. We're here to do business together and shit like that. Like, I want to teach you some shit that they ain't teach me. So you could probably be more successful than I ever would be because you got the knowledge that I didn't have.
Right on, y'all. Hey, man, I just came to bring y'all that, man. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Follow all my pages on my page in the front of this Hood Talk News page. Y'all go to the front of it and follow all my pages, man. I got a bunch of content I'm dropping on them pages, and there's content already on them pages. But listen, man, I want y'all to like, share, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you can find the Hood at, man. Snapchat, wherever. Because you rocking with the realest platform on the planet. Hood Talk News. I'm out.
Yo. Fuck that shit. We on.
We gon' do what? We
come through this bitch hitting harder than core. Most of the bullshit we tend to ignore. Most of these niggas be snitching, these bitches be tricking for Gucci, Bass, Fendi, Dior. Tip to my shooter, he scrap out the door. We turning up just to even the score. We independent, no label, no handing, no favors. That mean we be getting back more. Money goes up, she be dropping it more. Labels be sweating, be knocking on doors. I ain't no slave, you a hater, be turning the tables. Just know who we doing this for. Them niggas that will come through your front door. Just know we trying to get them so much more. We sitting at the table like fuck a favor. If not, what we doing this for? Don't make a move cause you bound to get shot. Ain't no one out here want issue for clout. Don't want no issue, not with you, they dish you. Won't undo the pain, mama feel if I die. Don't need my little broski asking a why. Tell my homies I stay sober, they high. What would you do if they crewing up on us like, ooh, sucker shit can't fly. I avoid getting high, beauty of the naked eye. On point, no lie, real G, stay low key. I told all my homies we gon' make it home alive. Unapologetic, we don't apologize. The niggas I know they go ride. Any problems, we go hit up the guys. Fuck you haters, I'm the one you